I did a YouTube video a while back, and I got this kind of case for a degree as a comment from Ryan. So he says, I think to an employer, if you don't have a degree, you need experience and work to show for it. The degree title isn't what matters. It's that you, a young adult, could stick with something and be trained to do the task specific to the role you're hiring into. I have a degree in marketing and economics, yet I manage various network infrastructure tasks, servers, PHP code, and many other areas that affect digital marketing. The value in college is not to learn what you'll learn on the job. The value is in learning to be more resourceful and think outside the box. And I'm actually glad that Ryan posted this, because I think this is the perfect summary and synthesis of all the advice out there that I would call the myth of the college degree. So let me get this straight. I'm going to spend $50,000 to $100,000 on a college degree to not learn the actual skills I use, but to prove I'm reliable to my employer and to learn to think outside the box. How trite. Can we throw in any more meaningless buzzwords into that summary? You know, you'll not only learn to think outside the box, but how to be a go-getter and a team player who is a strategic thinker focused on synergy. I mean, come on. Here's the facts. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, there are 260,000 college graduates in the U.S. who work jobs that pay minimum wage. Also, 36% of recent college grads work in a job that doesn't require a degree, which is up from 27% in 2007. The reality is, because everybody's trying to get them, college degrees are losing their value while at the same time rising in cost. And in my opinion, that's all worse in the IT field because of the nature of what we do and how quickly it changes. Now, I want to be clear on this. I'm not saying don't get a degree. If that's what you want to do and you've got your reasons, then do your thing. But I want you to go in with both eyes open, knowing it's not some magic job-getting, life-great-making bullet. It might help some. You might learn some of those things that he talked about, but you're still going to have to learn a lot on your own, especially in the IT industry, which is what I've mostly talked about when I talk about this, and it's going to cost you a ton. So you have to determine whether it's worth it for you, if the cost is worth the benefit. And if you ask me, learning to think outside the box and prove I'm reliable and can stick to something, that's not worth 50 to 100K to me. I'll figure out other ways to do that. And frankly, again, especially in IT, I think there are plenty of other less expensive, probably even better ways to do that stuff outside of getting a college degree. But that's up to you to make that determination. The biggest thing that I've been on about this is not getting caught up and have this narrow-minded view that this is the only way to do things and you absolutely have to do this or you're never going to make it, which is what so many people tend to have. That's the view so many people tend to have when it comes to college degrees. And I just want to break that. That isn't me saying don't go get one. It's just me saying go in knowing what you're getting into and having really thought it through, not just being blindly told since you were in third grade that this is what you have to do and so you just do it. So for me, all of that, I'll pass. You know, I did that. I acquired a lot of debt and I didn't get a degree, and I pursued a degree that had I got it would have been meaningless with what I do now. So again, you could say I'm biased and maybe a little jaded, but it is what it is. So learn from my mistakes if you so choose. All right, so with that said, let's get on to the real stuff. So one of the nice things about the time we live in is the crazy amount of options that you have. And again, this is why I harp on this so much, because there's literally 1,000 different ways to be successful in IT these days. And again, one of the great options to me is the Complete Web Developer course by Rob Percival. It's like a web development degree in a box, like what it would be if it were a college degree. And that's because it teaches you everything you need to know: HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, PHP, MySQL, Python, WordPress, API, mobile apps, and more. And that's, when you think about it, that's the stuff that you really need to know in order to do this web development thing. And it doesn't cost you $100,000 to do it. In fact, the regular cost is $200, which is steal. But right now, you can get it for just $19 at johnmorrisonline.com/CWDC. And the question that I would, a lot of people, oh, I hate when you talk about this stuff and you recommend these courses, blah, blah, blah. The thing I would ask you to seriously consider, if you're thinking about a college degree, maybe a $10,000 to $15,000 boot camp, or say one of these courses, isn't it worth trying one of these courses for $20 before you invest all of that money in a college degree or a boot camp? Just giving it a shot. And then if you feel like you still need more, then maybe you can go the boot camp or the college degree route. But in my opinion, it's worth at least trying it to see. And if it's just the worst, most horrible thing you've ever tried, you're out $20, not $50,000 or $100,000. So, but everybody has their own opinion, so to each their own. If you're in, again, johnmorrisonline.com/CWDC. All right, last but not least, I want to talk about coding.